Another 13 crash zones have now been cleared, and we have just 60 events to go in this game. And what I am going to do now is get on with some more race events, and there's only one event we can do right now that is not a crash junction, and that takes place in the Far East, and where we have a road rage event. And you know what? I'm going to get on with that, because it's the only one I can do. The road rage event of Golden City. Also, the event which I believe will start up the Super Series officially or unofficially. So the choices we have are the Super Type 1, the Super Type 2, the Super Type 3, the Custom Super, the Assassin Super, and the Super DX. And in terms of colour choices, not really much has changed. And for the other ones, looking through. Not really much in terms of changes. I think I will use... Let's use the Super Type 3. And I will also get a full view of this thing because I want to get other angles in my thumbnail shots. And colour choices haven't really changed. But, you know what? I think because the Super Type 3 stands out to me, and because this is meant to resemble a Ferrari F50 more or less, I'm going to use the Super Type 3. I figured it was necessary for me to get a second all-around shot of the car in case if I didn't get it the first time around. I want to make sure that I'm being diverse with the angles and where I drive these things. But yeah, this car very much resembles a Ferrari F50. I'm pretty sure of that now. Unfortunately, I have to go through these because I unlocked another reward and also because I have 2 new events. Okay, let's go for a look. I'll just take a look at these and then get back to the event immediately afterwards. So, first of all, we get another reward for our efforts. 10,000 Burnout points overall. And we get one of all of them. We get 1 aftertouch, 1 signature takedown, and 9 standard, taking our total now up to 571. And this is signature takedown number 8, and one which I actually earned. Market stalled. I'm so glad I actually earned that one. I actually feel like I've accomplished something now. Anyway, let's try this again and see if we can get the gold, because that's what I'm here to do. So trying this again, and using the Super Type 3 as I used before, and let's now go and bust these fools. It also would have been cool if I'd got that big rig takedown as well, which I'm pretty sure was with that gas tanker, but unfortunately I got involved in the melee as well. But I think it would have been pretty good if I had managed to put together something that would have actually been good. Alright, up to 2 on the takedowns. And immediately I get wrecked, with no way of escaping, because I was practically forced into the median there with no alternatives. Come on. Hey, double takedown. I did not think that was going to work. Alright, just need one more and then we have the bronze. Come on. Damn it. Wait, can I get the aftertouch? And no aftertouch. And what do you know, I'm literally hanging on the tree. Unless that's a street light. Although I'm pretty sure that was a tree. I was literally hanging there on the tree. And I get involved in someone else's mess. Guess who is surprised? Not me. Oh hey! I got the bronze now. I psyched him out. I don't know if that either was or wasn't an aftertouch. I'd be amazed if it was. That's a car takedown, so we're getting close to the halfway point. Now, come on. There we go. Yeah, double takedown. I'm kind of disappointed to say that wasn't a bus takedown. It definitely looked like it should have been a bus takedown, is what me thinks. And nope. At least I get one takedown, so that's one good thing I'm happy with. Oh, come on. Come on, get in! There we go. Now we're in the silver territory. Now can I get the gold? I just need 5 more and then I have the gold. I also have to make sure I don't run into those tuk-tuks either. Anyways, up to 12 now on the overall takedowns of this event. Can I get 4 more, please? Unless it's 1 more. Although I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure it's 16 that I needed for the gold. I think I can get that, but we'll wait and see. Come on. Come on. Take him down. Take him down. Okay, 1 left. Now we got it. We have acquired the gold. And that's where it's gonna stay. Eh, whatever. At least I reached the target. So it's fine. I'm okay with that. Don't care what happens as long as I get the gold. Could I have done better if I didn't get wrecked at the end? Probably, but again, I don't care what happens as long as I get the gold. That's all I really care about. And a total of 27 takedowns in the end of that Road Rage event, and we don't get anything else. Oh well. Anyways. So we are now into the Eliminator here at Dockside. And where, if we can win this, we will unlock some more events. So, I've now used the Super Type 3, so you know what? I'm going to use the Super Type 1. And yeah, let's drive this thing in yellow. Because why not? Looks like it's going to be 5 laps around Dockside. And yep, we need to finish first. Okay, so we're in the oncoming lane. Although, technically I only got the points for tailgating. I must be in the flowing lane. And already I sack out my first opponent. You know what? This event is really starting to piss me off now. I don't think it's even because of my skill issues anymore. It feels like I'm just trying and trying to stay out of other people's messes, but yet I somehow get involved in their messes anyway. because they're literally just being complete savages to me in every physical and mental way possible on the road. And they're basically stabbing me and then some. That's basically what this feels like at this stage. It feels like I'm literally being stabbed by my own car, and then the AI are just stabbing me even further. Even with enough wounds on my body to feel like I've been long since dead. But yet they basically have to make me even more dead. This really isn't fun anymore, and it's taking me to the point of where this is no longer fun. And I just want to get results now. As in, I just really want to make sure that the results are final this time. I just escaped being taken down by a car. Have no idea how I escaped that, but I somehow did. I barely avoided crutching with straws there. That could have been way worse than it actually was, had it not used my diversion tactics to avoid being taken out the way I was, or the way I could have been. And I took someone down with a wall. This is probably the best run I've had so far. There's no question about that. Is what me thinks. The run so far has just been way better this time around than it has been up to this point. Because I wasn't even running inside the top 3 long enough to actually get a good run going, but I think I might have finally cracked this. I've actually got a car that I think is capable of winning. Hey, I put together a perfect lap. In other words, I put together a perfect lap where I was not caught up in somebody else's accident. Even though with this game, these are clearly intentional accidents. Because that's just the way the AI work in this game. And there is nothing I can do to avoid their accidents most of the time, unless I take them out first. That's about the only thing I can really do at this stage. I won't be able to avoid their wrecks unless I wreck them first. That's basically the best way for me to describe it. It's basically wreck or be wrecked at this stage. And I've certainly done enough wrecks for me to come away with favourable results this time. I think I might have the answer. Nothing is guaranteed for sure, but I think this might be my answer. How did I avoid taking myself out? I am a second ahead of the second placed car. We are now 3 laps into the Dockside Eliminator. I can definitely say this car has given me a much more consistent run than the previous one did. Because I was not even making it halfway through the event up to this stage until now. And I can definitely say this car has been helping me to get a step up. Oh, can I get it? And no aftertouch. Oh well. Well, I'm still running second, so as long as I stay in second, then I should still be in this. I should still have a shot of winning this, is what me thinks. it definitely feels like I've been... Wow. I just darted him straight into the wall there. Did not think that was going to happen, but I'm so glad it did. Anyway, final lap. And now I wreck myself. But it's okay, because my competition wrecks at the same time as me. Which I think is a good thing. Even though it wouldn't have been the aftertouch because I was stopped dead. Unfortunately. Anyway. I am surviving at this time, as I am 2 seconds ahead of my opponent. And I just gotta make sure I stay ahead of my opponent, if that is at all possible. Because I'd really love to stay ahead of my opponent now. Because then it means I've not only won this event, but I've also completed the event. Because I've been struggling up to this stage to even come close to completing the event, and I think this is probably my best chance to do so now. So, through the final corner, and there we go. I win! Eventually. So, 1:18 was my best lap. Longest drift I had was over 500 feet, and the longest amount of time I spent in the oncoming lane was just under 1700 feet. So, 7 takedowns and 5,000 burnout points. I'm so glad. Once I switched cars, I actually got myself the winning combination. And we are now up to 621,000 burnout points. And we have 600 takedowns in the total amount. Alright, so next up we have a race event, and we have another race event. You know what, I'll do the next one here, since I know this is probably going to take less time. And this time, I think I'll give the Super Type 1 some redemption now. Just because I may not have won the first time, doesn't mean to say I can't pay it back and win a second time. I really do wish there were more colour choices for these cars because, well, after a while it does get a bit tedious knowing that you only have 3 colour choices for each of the cars that you use. And aside from that, the only other thing you really have most of the time are basically the same 5 primary colours over and over again. And can I get the aftertouch? No, doesn't look like it. And no aftertouch. It is possible to get 2 aftertouch takedowns in the same race. I really did everything in my power to try and avoid that one, but unfortunately my attempts were thwarted. Which made the whole thing seem a bit inauspicious. And nonetheless, I live to fight again. And that's what I do. I also know this side of the road is the stronger side of the road. After doing a super fast time trial on this course as well as Island Paradise, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Thank God. I really thought for sure that was going to be a head-on impact with that truck. So glad to say it wasn't. But that very well could have been a head-on impact with that truck. And I whacked myself out. Guess who that surprises? Certainly not me. And I've been paid back. Ah, no boost. Boo. Can I please get some boost? And no, I cannot. Come on, come on. I'm really starting to think the game does not want me using this car. Because I'm just always getting involved in an accident somehow, as much as I'm really trying my hardest to avoid it. I think that said wing walk. I don't know for sure. But yet somehow I'm still in this because the AI cannot seem to get a good run going either. And that's probably the main reason why I'm still in this, because the AI are struggling to get a good run going about as much as I am. It's the only logical excuse I can think of over why my performance has not suffered as much as it likely should have done. Or my mistakes, I should say. I feel like my mistakes up to this point should have suffered a lot more than they actually did. But for one reason or another, I'm still in the fight. And it is fair to say that I have now pulled out a lead. Which means I might just win this, you know? And that was the best way to end off that race. I basically crashed right at the finish, but then basically whilst I was wrecking, I still managed to win the event. That's probably the best way imaginable that event could have ended. So glad it resulted in me winning regardless. Anyway. Another 2,600 burnout points, and we are moving up. Slowly. And another 4 takedowns. And we have got a face-off event. Alright, so we got a race and we've got a face-off. How many events have we done now? Okay, we've done 3 events so far in this episode. So, we only have 2 more events in Island Paradise. We have a race, and then we have a face-off, which means we will unlock the tuned super. Well, since I haven't used it yet, I might as well use the Super Type 2. Because why not? Also because I've used the 2 other supers up to this point. I reckon that's a good idea. Alrighty then. Using the Super Type 2 for the race event here at Island Paradise. I can definitely say the AI have amped up the aggression here with these cars now. Because they're faster, and because they're basically just wanting to basically take you out from every angle possible. That's what I think the case seems to be. Psych. And yes, I do use that term appropriately, because it says psych out. Anyways. Hey, I'm now up in the lead. But my only question is for how long? Hopefully I can hold on to the lead long enough. Because passion and hype can only get you so far. I'm so glad I did not wreck there. That could have been a potential disaster if I was not focusing on what was ahead of me. And now I have been duped. At least I can say it's not an elimination event and I have not been crashed yet. Which does help me out for now. And I take out somebody else using the wall. I'm honestly amazed to say I did not get taken down on that first lap, as we're now heading up towards the Buddha statue. And able to squeeze by the bus, and I don't avoid. That should have been an aftertouch. Oh, I do get an aftertouch. Hey! Aftertouch and a double takedown. That's what I like to see. And now a wall takedown. We are starting to move ourselves up the order again. As I am now back up into third and closing in on second. Gotta make sure I stay out of where the traffic is running. Gotta do whatever it takes to avoid the traffic. Because I am in the oncoming lane, or I was. Anyways, I'm right behind the leader. And I take him down using a car. Right, final lap. Looks like this is going to be easier than the other race I did. Or at least I thought it was going to be that way. And no aftertouch. Oh well. It is possible to get 2 aftertouch takedowns in one event. I know it's possible to do that, but my only question is, how can I do it? And nope, no aftertouch this time. And he avoids me. Slippery little bastard, you. I will make sure to nail you next time. Next time I will have you. At least I got 1 aftertouch takedown in this event. So I'm a second ahead. Okay, and there we go. I win! I think that was the Super DX I just saw there. Anyway, let's move on. Another Super Series event has been won. And I think there's just one more race I need to do. And that's going to be at... let me think. Oh, I do get 2 aftertouch takedowns. Okay. Okay, so we have a road rage event at Dockside up next. But before we move on to that, let's get through the face-off event, which is this. And I'm going to use... let's use the Super DX. Yeah, why not? Let's drive this thing in... yeah, let's try this thing in blue. I'd say I'm okay with that. I'll also get a shot of this thing in case if I didn't get any good shots of the Type 3. It's basically my secondary option if the first one isn't good enough to me. Even though it probably is. I don't really have that many expectations, to put it simply. I'm pretty sure this car resembles a McLaren F1 GTR. I'm sure it does. Or the McLaren F1 LM, I should say. Pretty sure that's what this is meant to be a vague representation of. Is what me thinks. It certainly looks like it anyway. From what I can tell. Anyway, let's see how we do. Huh. And I briefly short shoot him. That's cool. Hey! Another signature takedown. Let's go! I think that's the second signature takedown I've now got in this game. Dude, I'm 4 seconds ahead. He's not right on my tail unless he's 1 second behind me. I don't think 4 seconds means right on my tail. Okay, now he's right on my tail. But I will stay ahead to lead the first lap. Now I just have to lead the second lap, if I can do that. Might also need to take him down again in the process before he takes me down. That might also help. And yep, we are trading blows. Come on. There we go. Okay, I think I'm good now. 2 takedowns isn't a lot, but if it's a signature takedown, then I'll accept that as being enough for this whole thing. Alright, 2 seconds. Can I hold on to the lead? I'd really like it if I could hold on to the lead now. And I'm probably not going to now, because I just wrecked. Oh, it's just ahead of me. Oh well, doesn't matter. And he ends up in the ocean. I'm okay with that. Because it means I can stay ahead of him. And just the front stretch to go. And there we go. I win first try. Cool. So we've now got a new car, 2 new events, and another award. I'm pretty sure we've now got 2 signature takedowns from this segment now, if I'm not mistaken. So I'd say we're nearly halfway there. You know what? We've done 5 events. I might as well save it now. I'd say that's a good time to save it. Anyway, for beating the Island Paradise face-off, we get the tuned Super. Not bad, considering it's in black. Anyway. So, I got 3 takedowns altogether, and I got a signature takedown. Rumble in the Jungle. And that is now signature takedown number 9, which I have acquired. And we have now done 5 events up to this point. So we have 2 new events to do on Tropical Drive. Race 1 is not unlocked for some reason. Oh, I need to beat the Dockside Road Rage first. I think that's what's next. Yeah, it is. Okay. So, let's have a look at our progress now. Okay, so another 5 events done. I've spent an hour recording this now, so I'd say that's a good stopping point for this episode. As we're now 64% done, up to 631,000 Burnout points, and 617 events completed. In terms of our rewards, I now have 9 signature takedowns and 55 cars in the garage overall, as I will now view those 2 signature takedowns once I can find them. So this is the first one I got, Market Stalled, which I got in Golden City, and the other one I got was this, Rumble in the Jungle. Alrighty. And I want to check something in terms of my trophies as well. What do I need? Oh, I need 2 bus takedowns in a race in order to get the advanced takedown trophy. And the other one, a bit more complex. And these ones, well, they probably could happen, but we'll wait and see. Anyway. So, yeah. Another 5 events have been completed in Asia. And next time, we will be doing more of those race events. Coming in the next episode.